This is hardly any good coming to you from my quarantine state of my side, my little part of the universe. So I thought today we would touch back on some subjects about what I talked about in Hardly Quarantined Part 1. So since then, I was never diagnosed with COVID-19, as the cool kids call it these days, or a meme that said boomer doomer. So I'm sorry. It's such poor taste. I know so many boomers that I fucking love. But it was just a stupid meme that came to mind. But the big topic of today is precautions. Precautions. What precautions do we take? One precaution is covering your goddamn fucking mouth. That is the biggest precaution that we have been told to take as of today. No, not as of today. As of a week ago, maybe? A week ago, we decided to take precautions. This was issued by the governor, and anytime that you go out, you're supposed to be covering your mouth. I'm still seeing assholes, including myself, when I'm so absent-minded that I forget. And you see, that's where I go wrong. I go wrong because I shouldn't be so I shouldn't be leaving the fucking house, is basically the thing. So, I shouldn't be leaving the fucking house, and I shouldn't be leaving it often enough to be absent-minded that it's still going around. You know what I mean? I decided to make a podcast because I'm losing my voice again. And this is the second time. It's not COVID related. I actually had a really, really traumatic event happen that I'm not going to talk about, but my voice is sort of gone. So, I thought up a few topics. The first was, of course, because that's how people do these damn podcasts. You know what I mean? Like, they fucking think of things ahead of time. I have never thought of things ahead of time, so that would explain why my podcasts are so shit. But hopefully they're not shit. Today is officially quarantine day number 44. I think when I did the first podcast about the quarantine, it was podcast number 4, or day number 4, rather. So it's kind of crazy that it's 44 now. And I think at day 4 that I had started to self-quarantine because I thought I had it. They were just starting to close everything down. So, let's see. So, before I talked about how politics was shit and shit was shit, everything was shit. So, I kind of made a mental note to remind myself what to talk about. So, biggest political fuckery was that Bernie dropped out of the race. So the motherfucker that I love, the Green Party, Blue Party, Red Party, just fucking, he was my man. He was my man. It's like I lost my man. Like, it's like we broke up and, you know, my feelings are all butthurt. But we lost Bernie. He dropped out of the race. He's endorsed Biden, which sucks balls. Because why the fuck would we want Biden? And I've always said that this podcast wasn't political. It wasn't about numbers. But I'm going to throw numbers and politics fucking at you right now. We are in a severe state of distress as far as economics go. Or economics. Or whatever the fuck you say it. Fucking nuclear, whatever. So it's basically gone boom. So it's fucking shit. We got radiation for miles. Nobody can see past the fucking dust of this goddamn fucking global fucking economic apocalypse. Fucking, there are fucking gas people when the gas was so fuck off expensive that everybody was bitching and moaning. And now it's so fucking cheap. These crude oil companies are paying people to sell you their product. So all these fucking assholes that were all about like, yes, we need to frack. Yes, we need to have oils off our coast or oil rigs off our coast. Where the fuck are you now, motherfuckers? You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. We didn't need it. If we were all just fucking conservative, and I don't mean conservative like, you know, Republican. I mean conservative like in, we can go green. We can curb our fucking... We should not be returning to the same fucking universe we fucking left. We all decided to take a death trip together. And by that, I mean, I don't necessarily think you die per se. I'd like to think that instead of dying, you kind of fall into another universe where you're still alive. And that everybody kind of gets like 101 years to live. You know what I mean? In the state that they want to live in. So, but anyway, that's beside the point. The point is that we all took a death trip together. We're all in a parallel fucking universe that we didn't fucking get born into. And where are those motherfuckers? Where are the fucking Republican ass motherfuckers that are like, we need crude oil. We need to invest in our fucking buying potential. It's like, nah, motherfucker, we need windmills. We need electric cars. It's so fucking frustrating. It's unbelievably frustrating. Let's see. So Bernie dropped out. Or Bernard. Mr. Sanders. I don't know. But you know what? You know what he fucking did? He stepped up to the plate and he turned his propulsion that he had into trying to not lobby, what do you call that thing? Pick up steam for the coronavirus. He turned his emails, because I subscribed to his emails, I donated. He turned his emails into, this is what's happening with coronavirus. We need PPE. You know, like he did what politicians should do. Not drop out of the game once you've served office. He's unrelenting. He is amazing. I'm sorry. I just fucking love Bernie. Let's see what else. So last time I mentioned that I was out of Muse. I'm still out of Muse. So I am taking Muse applications. They're on my website, Hardly Any Good. And I don't want you to love me. I don't want you to cater to me. I just want you to be inspirational, motherfucker. So go find that post that I did on my website and go be my muse, because I need to fall in love with people's essence periodically to motivate me. And you know, I'm addicted to love. Isn't there a song like that? I don't fucking know. If there it is, it's probably fucking stupid. Anyway, so I got over a lost love. So shout out to that motherfucker. You're a douchebag. But, you know, I still love you. Let's see, what else? Custody issues. This is another thing that I want to talk about. And this is besides the point of love. politics, and the most recent quarantine numbers that I'm going to give you to date as of the CDC. Custody issues. Now, I don't know if this is a hot button with a lot of people. I figure people that have custody issues have been having custody issues for a while. I'm just going to point out that these custody issues get worse with this quarantine. Because it's not like I can go knock on his door and be like, oh, it's my day for the kids. Now he has a fucking excuse. And he did. And I don't like talking about my personal life, but I'm going to fucking talk about my personal life. He treated me like a dog when I came over. He made me, of course, be outside. He threatened that my kids could not come outside and I could not come inside. So we would be basically talking to each other through a window. That's how fucking, not paranoid, because it is reasonable. I play devil's advocate every fucking chance I get. And it is reasonable. But I came over. He relented. I saw my children. They were outside. We were all outside. And this is where it gets funny. He had his girlfriend over a day or two later in the fucking house. So his custody issues were biased. Or not his custody issues, I'm sorry. His visitation coronavirus reason was so invalid. And then when I asked him, I'm going to need to run like a fucking checkpoint on this chick. And he was like, yeah, this, and that. You know, he was very forthcoming because of again, he's a reasonable man. Reasonable to a point. He's a reasonable man. So he like kind of introduced me to the idea of some random chick being more fucking qualified to see my fucking children that I birthed out of my fucking vagina than me. So I don't know who's more reasonable. Maybe he was more reasonable for letting me. Maybe I was more reasonable for letting him. But I'm just saying that maybe a few people, and if anybody does, reach out to me as well if you're having custody issues, because this coronavirus is, I've been going through courts, lawyers, fucking CPS. I've been going through hell and fucking back trying to figure out who the fuck could let me see my kids without his fucking authoritarian, tyrannical fucking thinking. You know, I mean, fucking bubble boy me. I will buy those little bouncy fuckers, those little bouncy bubble things that you stick yourself in. I will fucking buy 4 of those just so I could see my 3 kids. You know what I mean? Like, tell me what to do. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I think I'm gonna buy those. But anyway, so it brings me back to the coronavirus or COVID-19. So these are the most recent numbers. The total cases, and this ties into why he might be such a fucking prick. And I'm allowed to say that because I'm not saying it to his face and I'm not saying it to my children. But the total coronavirus cases, to why he is reasonable, is 928,619. Those are confirmed cases that have had the test done within the prime window, within that sweet spot. Because I keep hearing that if you get tested before or after, you don't really fucking know. But the prime number right now is 928,619. Those are the total cases in the U.S. right now, as of April 25th. Because they update it every day at 4 p.m. So I don't know why it's not updated today, because today is the 26th. Sorry, misspoke. So as of yesterday, there was 900. So there's fucking what? How many more now? Jesus Christ. Oh boy, total deaths. This is where it gets fucking sad. Total deaths in the U.S. as of April 25th, 2020. 52,459. Those are people that are gonna need tombstones, headstones, a cross. Those are people that had lives, children, wealth, emotional or physical. Those are people that... Look, now I'm gonna get sad. Those are people that meant something to somebody. And of course, he has reason to keep me away. Of course, you have a fucking reason to stay away from other fucking people. But that is a shit ton in the U.S. alone. In the U.S. alone. And people are getting desperate. People are getting violent. People are getting mean. People are losing their temper. People are taking advantage of certain situations. And I would talk a little bit more personally, but I'm not there yet, about what happened to me. But, you know, like, that's 52,000 fucking people. And that's not counting fucking suicide still. That's not fucking counting people that's dying from other shit. That's not counting, like, fucking domestic abuse, fucking murders, fucking gang-related shit, drug-related shit. That's not counting any overdoses. And you know those numbers must be high as fucking fuck. Because when you fucking tally people going into seclusion when they don't even know how to deal with their own minds, you're talking about over 52,000 fucking people. So I'm hurting for the 52,000 people that have died because they got a little strip or a little swab or a little this or a little that just to say that, hey, you're part of a pandemic. I'm also mourning all those other fucking people out there that have had to go through shit, including myself. I'm talking to my fucking phone, recording audio, recording this and that, and fucking posting it because I'm losing my fucking mind. Losing my fucking mind. Losing my mind. And I'm losing my mind because I'm sad to be alone. I'm scared to be alone. You know, I've been doing the self-quarantine for a lot longer. I have mental issues, and that just takes a lot of effort. So I went through a very paranoid phase where I didn't go out at all or had panic attacks on the bus. You know, all sorts of medication. You know, I'm being really personal now. So it's like I've been dealing with this whole self-quarantine, self-imposed quarantine for a long time. And you know, part of my fucking mind still wonders if it's all in my fucking head. That's how fucking crazy I am. I still wonder if the shit going on isn't actually just in my fucking head and I've just made up. You know what I mean? Like, this is the type of shit that people fucking go through. It's not outward. I can still say hi to somebody sometimes. I don't know. And I'm not making my fucking case. I'm not making any fucking case. I'm not making my case good or bad. I'm not making it for anyone. But life is shit. Or like a friend likes to say, life is short and full of horrors. And I love that motherfucker so much, and he's out of the country. And shit's worse out there. Whole weekends when you cannot leave your house. You know, at least people, if they really have an itch, at least anybody that's not responsible, if they have an itch, they can go out. I do have some by the book friends that have actually stayed in quarantine, eating the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like, I have people that have gone above and beyond. But, you know what I mean? It's like, who the fuck is wrong? Was I wrong to forget my fucking mask when I went into the store the other day? You know what I mean? Like, it's been 44 fucking days. Didn't Jesus fast for 44 fucking days, or 40 days, or 30 days? Somebody must have died for 40 days. No, nobody died. That would have been a zombie. Noah's Ark. The fucking flood was 40 days. Right? Fucking Bible thumpers. You know your thing. The Bible apparently has a lot of similarities to the 40-day mark. We're still in quarantine, motherfuckers. This flood is lasting a lot longer than Noah's fucking Ark. I don't know. I think I've worn out my welcome now that I started talking about religious folk. Because, I really respect them. I was actually talking to one of my best friends, and they are from a very religious background. And I started tallying how many friends I have that are from a deeply religious background. I mean, I am as well. I was raised Seventh-day Adventist. But I have Protestant, Lutheran, Methodist, fucking Christian. I got it all. And they're all deeply religious. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, let's see. What's a positive note that I could end this on? Because I talked about the cases. I talked about shit that's happening with myself and things that I'd want people to reach out for. Positive note. Yes. All right, positive notes. My positive note is I have started a new short story. So my new short story consists of mirroring, and it's gonna sound fucked up, so this is not a positive note. The positive note is not my story. The positive note was that I'm starting a new story. Maybe I should leave it at that and save it for another podcast, because the story itself is real shit. It's really sad. It mirrors the coronavirus, but in a even worse way. I always wanted to do a doomsday scenario, end of the world scenario. So, I'm going to save that for another podcast. I'll fill y'all in. I'm only on chapter 2. So, I got to wait and do more character development before I fill everybody in. It's going to be hush hush. That's my secret. I divulged too much information today. I don't know how to say it. Divulged. Am I saying it right? I think I'm saying it right. Divulged too much information. Any fucking way. Positive note, I've been super artistic. Writing, painting, making t-shirts, writing poetry, making music, making YouTube videos. I haven't made a collage in a while. I should cut up some books and make a collage. I don't know. Day 44. Day 44. And that's all I have to say about that. There we go. So that's it. I'm calling it a day, and I hope everybody stays well, stays safe, positive, healthy, and creative. Have a good one, guys.